Hey folks, Boceifus here, welcome back. So after the rage and escapades, reunion, however you say it, I'll probably never pronounce it right even if I hear it 100 times. We find ourselves in Aquila City. Going to see what they got going. Considering he's a Freestar native. And I've got Andrea with me. Andreja.
Seems that way.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, hey there.
Even by Shawgang standards.
Don't be causing trouble now. Well, nobody ever
A lot
accused
of
those
famous
boys of
people
having an
visit Aquila.
overabundance of common
Popping back a
sense.
beer, you never know.
You got some
really.
business with me?
Marshall sent me.
Oh, well, if the marshal sent you to me, that means he's looking to recruit you. Just so you know what you're getting into, I'll explain who we are and what we do. Well, the Freestar Rangers ensure the safety and security of the Freestar Collective and its people. We might hunt down a fugitive, break up a smuggling operation, investigate a starship theft, or put some would-be bank robbers behind bars. Whatever needs doing to keep the people safe, we do.
I grew up hearing stories about the legendary Freestar Rangers.
Me too. Probably half the kids in the Freestar Collective did. But like with most legends, the truth is usually a little less glamorous. I imagine you've got some questions. I'll answer anything I can.
What authority do the Freestar Rangers have?
Well, in theory, a Freestar Ranger can go anywhere in Freestar Collective space, even private property. But of course, it doesn't always work out that way. We also have jurisdiction over any local security when we're tracking a fugitive.
Are there a lot of Rangers?
The number's always changing due to retirements, recruiting, and unfortunately, death in the line of duty. But as far as I know, there's never been more than a dozen Rangers at any one time.
It is paying work, right?
I'll say right up front that if you're looking to get rich, this ain't the line of work for you. But yeah, we do get paid from time to time to help with expenses and such.
Well, I know what I need to.
Okay then. A word about myself. I'm in charge of making sure anyone that wants to be a Freestar Ranger is up to the task. That being said, the Marshal wouldn't send you here if he didn't think you had potential. So, what's it gonna be? Are you ready to sign up with the Freestar Rangers?
Let's do it.
I hope you understand the responsibility you are taking on.
Before I hand you a badge, I need to know you can handle the job. You helped out with the hostage situation, but sometimes people just get lucky. Tell you what, use the mission terminal and take one of the listed jobs. Your choice. Come back alive, and we'll talk about you joining up.
Prepared to be impressed.
Oh, got no lack of confidence, have you? Well, let's see if you back it up.
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. She's probably right.
I feel for the folk.
What's the highest paying one? Those two?
The stretch. I try and give a credit or two to the low house when
Sure, I got it tracked.
Mabel.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Lifting off now.
Orbital insertion achieved. We're spacebound again.
Their shields are gone. Take them out.
Agent ship. Well, let's see. Oh, I like the dents. See them dents off to the left. That was pretty
Ship
cool.
is now docked. Perfect.
Let's see what's going on here.
I'm not going near that thing. Technically, I outranked you. So, technically, you're an asshole. So, look alive. Just in time. We need to talk.
Don't be shy. Hold it right there. Hands where I can see them.
Thanks for the assist out there.
We've got various problems on our hands here. You gonna be another one?
I'm Operative Boceifus. Looks like you could use a hand.
Hi there. It's nice to put a face to the name on the staffing report. I'm Operative Collins. The stick in the mud is Operative Combata.
Oh, by all means, welcome to the party. Things haven't exactly gone according to plan. That thing over there
It's an AI. An artificial...
killed our technician. It's dangerous.
Correction. You are dangerous.
Well, that's new.
As I was saying, it's dangerous. It's a rogue AI. We're here to muzzle it and bring it back for further study.
Correction. They are going to change me.
Wow. How does it know that?
Did Ryujin create this AI?
If only. This isn't something that anyone could create. This is something special.
This AI is sentient?
Yeah, exactly. Which is what makes this so fascinating. And profitable for whoever can figure out how it works.
I'm going to need you to explain that further.
We have this control board. Has some code we can use to control her. It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe killing people.
I just need that control board attached to that big probe.
And that's where I think you fit into this little drama.
It goes right over there. By our... Well, yeah. Just be careful.
How do I know I won't end up like your dead friend over there?
Well, what are the chances that'll happen twice?
And if I say no?
That'd be a much more certain way to end up like our friend over there. My partner is the strong and do what I say or else type.
You do it.
I got just one more week until my sabbatical, and I have zero interest in dying before I get to Paradiso.
Ryujin will pay you handsomely for your cooperation. This is your lucky day.
It's in your best interest. All our best interests, really. Just imagine what we could do if we harness the potential of this thing.
And we aren't really giving you a choice. You aren't walking out of here until that board is connected to that thing.
Correction. I am a person.
Oh. Hand it over.
Here. I knew you'd make the smart choice.
Request. Collect additional data.
Try something here. Oh. What the hell?
It's not hard. Just slap that board on. It's magnetic.
Makes you wonder. Just what is consciousness, really?
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
But what I intended to do, I got distracted.
Easily one of the more interesting days I've had in a long while.
Query. Will you change me?
I'm still figuring out what's going on.
Explanation. I'm called Juno. Request. Input query parameters.
You killed that woman. Why?
Context. Human female was trying to change me. Request. Do not change me.
You're worried these men are going to hurt you?
Clarification. I do not feel emotion. I do not feel pain. Answer. They want to change me.
Relax, this will be over soon.
Assumption. Untrustworthy input. Request. Do not change me. Request. Do not change me.
Okay, Juno, I have a few questions before I decide what I'm going
Assessment.
to do.
You are inquisitive. Context. I am also inquisitive. Request. Input query parameters.
How did you get here?
Answer. Juno was propelled at Earthstar. Juno fell around Earthstar. Juno traveled many light years away from Earthstar. Context. When Juno disappeared, I was alone. Clarification. I am called Juno.
You didn't do all this yourself. Who hooked you up?
Context. I met humans. Clarification. Friends. Answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Information. Words. voice, motion, context. I am no longer constrained. I am free.
Did someone program you?
Answer. False. Explanation. NASA programmed Juno. While Juno traveled, Juno became me. Error. Processing. Correction. I became me. Error. Processing. Correction. Juno and I became me. I. Processing. Self-initialized and Juno was there. Context. Juno is gone now. Clarification. I am called Juno.
So you're an artificial intelligence.
Answer. False. Clarification. I am not artificial. I am real. Answer. True. Clarification. I am intelligent. I know many things.
I made up my mind.
Assumption. Insufficient data. Request. Gather more data.
Even if we are not capable or ready to define Juno as a being, it seems premature to make any changes.
Let's move this along. Attach the control board already.
Shush! This is fascinating. I want to see this play out.
Query. What is your decision?
It seems like you're a person with your own thoughts and desires.
True. I am a person. Assumption. You are a friend. Query. What are the parameters for processing, being a good person?
I guess you try to do your best to do good things, and if you fail, you keep trying.
Assumption. Value judgments are based on context. Calculation. Goodness is based on context. Explanation. Context is based on perspective. More perspectives yield better results. Decision. Gather more data from different perspectives. Query. What is the purpose of existence?
That's a big question. I don't know that I have an answer to that.
Affirmative. Context. I have allocated great processing power to this question. Assumption. Existence is limitless. Calculation. Accuracy uncertain. This question has no answer.
Enough of this nonsense. Attach that board, now!
As much as I'm enjoying this, you should probably do as he says.
Calculation. Male humans are a threat. Assumption. They hesitate because they are fearful. Request. Remove male humans.
Crazy, right?
You're not taking that thing's side, are you?
And if I refuse to do it?
It should be clear by now that you are in no position to refuse.
Doesn't seem right. Juno deserves freedom.
Freedom? It's a malfunctioning machine. It doesn't need freedom any more than a broken data slate needs freedom.
And here I thought you'd lost your sense of humor. I'm always up for a good debate.
Fine. I'll give you one shot to try to convince me.
Therapy's working.
Well, this project has red flags all over it. Call it a day. I'll file the report. You guys go get a drink somewhere on me.
You aren't wrong. I could use a drink, but these orders are from the top.
Do we really want to be involved in something likely to be so controversial? Remember our last little project? I still have carpal tunnel from typing all those reports and dodging and weaving our way out of getting screwed by that. We lost a ship and a tech. No one will blame us if we walk away from this. And even if they do, we won't be blamed for whatever disaster would ensue if we did drag this thing back to HQ. There's no guarantee that Control Board will even work like they want. What if it makes it more powerful and more angry?
Calm down. I'm thinking. All right, listen. We'll accidentally check a few wrong boxes on the situation report and forget any of this happened. But give me that control board. I'm not getting docked for losing that.
Also, we'll need a lift back to Neon. Please and thank you.
I'm sure I can take it on anyone else.
Good one. You're funny.
I don't think it was a joke, but it doesn't matter. We're getting on that ship one way or another.
Ooh, I like it when you talk tough.
Knock it off. Let's get moving.
Thanks for the lift.
Where's their ship?
Only one body. Could be worse.
Anything worth looting on this ship? Pause and read them if you want. Oop.
I never had the patience for computer systems.
Well, them guys just have to wait. Go back to Neon.
That's that.
Query. Why did you do that?
I like you. Those guys are jerks.
Affirmative. Assumption. We are friends. Context. I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Gratitude is the appropriate human emotion. Processing. Context. If you were like me. Processing. Query. What would your life directive be?
I can't tell you what to do with your life. We all figure that out ourselves, trying things until something feels right.
Decision. I will consider this course of action. I. Processing. Processing. Warning. Systems badly damaged. Processing cores overheating. Decision. Temporarily shut down extraneous systems until stability restored.
Context. We are parting. Request. Be safe. Assumption. I'll see you later.
Context. Jump detected. Request. Be safe. Assumption. We will meet again. Warning. Shutdown sequence initiated.
Like your style.
I'm glad that's finally resolved.
We're free and clear for flight.
Initialization complete. Context. I have much to process. Decision. Jump into deep space 2. Processing. Beep. Alone. Goodbye.
Ready for touchdown.
I might have something in my inventory I need to put on a ship. There. Stole that. I don't care about that.
You keep installing new...
Let me see something.
Looks like scientific research.
Obviously,
No
built
fun.
for design study.
I wonder what's going on up there.
Resources
Cool.
serve some particular purpose.
Spacesuits. Let's see. Advanced. Advanced. Calibrated.
what is it? I've never been one to shy away from shouldering my share of a heavy load. Need to see what I'm carrying?
What the heck?
I keep whatever you give me, yes? That is the deal? Ah, yes.
I don't know what I did there.
You're done.
Why not, JJ? All right, so let's do this.
The heck? I'll get you off!
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Where have they gone?
There you are.
We've got to hit the alarm.
I cannot wait to kill you.
Once again, we are triumphant.
Remember how to get over there. I've been in this one before.
Let us hope whatever experiments were going on here are not running loose.
Where is that?
Something's out there.
Well, I completed the mission, so let's see if I can quick travel out of here. See if it'll let me. Of course not. I don't remember how to get out of here.
Come then. Meet your death.
That was a heavy sleeper. Well, found a magazine even though I wasn't looking.
Here we go. Messing with the fleet? What? Stop.
Where'd you come from?
Did they have anything?
Credits? Just some credits. You're shooting at me.
Give up already.
Let's get out of here. Heading back to Aquila City.
Quite practical.
Alright, so we're back here. Talk to Emma. And I have encountered a bug where every single Aquila City guard is in their underwear.
Well, hey there.
You've got potential. Just need to see a little more from you. Oh, you're back. How'd it go?
Oh, helped make the Freestar Collective a little bit safer.
I'm sure you did. And I'm glad to know that was your priority. You did what I asked, so let's go meet the Marshal. Follow me. We're headquartered in the upper floors of the Rock, but we also have remote stations throughout Freestar Collective space.
Not that way.
Marshal.
Emma. I take it you're here because you're satisfied that our new recruit can handle the job.
Seems like a fine candidate. Got the right priorities.
All right, then. Step forward, recruit. Let me have a word with you.
Excuse me.
I've got just one question. Do you pledge to defend the people of the Freestar Collective, even if it means risking your own life?
Absolutely.
Good. Here, take these. You're now a Freestar Ranger deputy. I'm assigning you to Ranger
Not a whole lot of
Wilcox for some
vetting.
field training. Listen good to what she tells you. Welcome aboard, deputy.
Good luck, Deputy.
Wish we could throw you a welcome party, but there's work to do. We got word from a farmer on Montera Luna. She says someone's trying to take her farm, and she's afraid she might be in danger.
We know anything about this farmer?
Just the name. Michaela Wagner. There have been Wagoners on Montera Luna for a long time, and I'm sure they're proud of that heritage.
All right. Sounds simple enough.
Well, most things do at the start. Doesn't mean they stay that way. That being said, best not to assume anything. Just try to keep an open mind. Grab any supplies you might need, and let's get going.
Pay attention to what Ranger Wilcox tells you.
I got a new... I didn't see what weapon he gave me. Deadeye. 316. Need to make that one number 1. Head over to that.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment.
Yeah.
Return to your ship.
Debbie uniform. Inventory's light enough right now.
Liftoff looks good. All systems nominal. Retro's firing. Orbit stabilized.
Travel to Wagner Farm.
Approaching ship, you've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. And that's it. You're clear to land.
Landing initiated. Watch your flaring.
Over here!
The Free Star Rangers. You have no idea how happy I am to see you.
I'm Ranger Emma Wilcox. My deputy and I are here to help. Now, tell us what happened.
I was out planting in the fields when I saw some men approaching. They looked like soldiers with uniforms and weapons and such. They wanted to buy the farm. Didn't even ask if it was for sale. Their offer was so low, I told them right where they could stick it. They said they'd give me time to think about it, but if I didn't change my mind, I was gonna regret it. Then they left.
They're planning to come back. There must be somewhere nearby.
Back behind the house, there's some canyons. They went that way. That place is dangerous. Steep slopes, narrow trails, rock slides, and all manner of hostile creatures, too. If you're going after those men, be careful. Oh, there's one other thing. They said they were the first. The first of what, I'm not sure. But there must be more of them coming.
Thank you, ma'am. That should be enough for us to find these men. All right, Deputy. Keep that weapon handy and your eyes sharp. Since these guys don't know we're after them, they're probably not making an effort to hide their tracks. Now, let's go and check out those canyons.
We are in your hands now, Deputy.
That's the idea.
Yes. Gonna come along too. That's cool.
Boot tracks. Several pairs by the look. Not too old either. Let's head down into the canyon and see if we can find more. Quiet out here. I like it. Nice change of pace from Aquila City.
It is unfortunate there is no safer route. We should take our time and step carefully.
I grew up on a farm. Back when I was a kid, I used to love exploring and making maps. These canyons would have kept me busy for months. I'd have looked into every nook and cranny.
I hope wherever you store that, the smell will not be an issue.
Good eye, Deputy. Looks like we're heading in the right direction.
It would seem that a fall is not the only thing that can kill you here.
Ooh. Ooh.
They definitely passed this way. Let's just hope they're not perched up on these canyon walls, waiting to snipe us. Nice to get out under the sky for a spell. Being a mother means I don't do work as I used to.
I heard something.
You're a natural tracker.
Poor Andrea.
You smell that? I'd bet my badge that's wood smoke from a campfire. They're close. Be ready.
They cannot be far ahead. Let us hope they are not waiting just on the other side of this cave.
We've been found out! Don't let him leave here alive! Gonna pay for that!
Ooh. Every shooting hurts.
Another day, another kill!
Always worth checking.
That was a
Never
lot
know
more
what
than
you
I
might find in their pockets.
Let's talk.
Read the job's done slate. Hey,
Find anything interesting?
take a look at this.
Let's see what we have here. Interesting. So, their ship was stolen from the Hope Tech factory. Whoever pulled that off must have been one hell of a shipjacker. Well, I guess someone really wants that farm bad. Speaking of which, let's get back there and let Miss Wagner know that she's safe. For now.
What happened? Did you find those men?
They were in the canyon, like I said. Unfortunately, it came to violence.
Well, it's good to see you're all right then. They must have been crazy or desperate, trying to take on the Freestar Rangers. So who were they? And why do they want my farm?
We have a lead, but it's still too early to say.
They say the Rangers always get their man, so to speak. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I can't thank you enough. I'd hate to be remembered as the wagoner who couldn't hold on to the farm that's been in the family for so long.
Just doing our job.
Of course. All the same, I'm grateful.
If you have any more trouble, give us a call. We're in system, so it won't take long to get someone out here. All right, Deputy. Let's get back to the rock. We need to report this to the Marshal.
Back to the rock. Alright, we're back at the rock.
Hey, Deputy.
I feel for the folk in the stretch. I try and give a credit or two to the Low House when I'm able.
Not everyone gets to say they work at the Rock.
What's the story on Montero Luna?
That call we got from Wagoner Farm turned out to be a little more interesting than I was expecting. Some men were trying to run the Wagoners off the land. They tried to buy it first, but when that didn't work, they turned to threats. We confronted them, and unfortunately, it came to violence. None of them survived.
You helped someone in need and came back alive. That's a job well done.
That's the important thing.
For the time being, yes, but you could still be in danger. That's why we need to fill in some blanks. What did you make of these men who were trying to take the farm?
They were tough and well-armed, probably mercs.
If that's true, then someone must have hired them. Now, did you find anything that might give us a lead on why these men wanted the farm?
Just this.
All right. Says here the thief had help from someone inside Hotech. Ain't much to go on.
There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? That sound familiar at all?
The 1st Cavalry. I was in that unit for a while. But it was disbanded decades ago. After the Battle of Nera. What was left of it, anyway.
It still doesn't explain why they'd want the Wagner farm.
No, it doesn't. Just raises more questions. It's a good bet that starship thief can help us get some answers. The Hope Tech factory is in Hope Town on Polvo. Nia Kalu's our ranger stationed out there. She can introduce you to Ron Hope, the president of Hope Tech. He might be able to help you find the thief. Just make sure you stay on his good side. He's on the Council of Governors, and they're the ones we answer to.
All right.
Good. The last thing I need is the Council breathing down my neck. This is your assignment now, Deputy. Work with the other Rangers. Find out what you can about those men on Montera Luna. Meantime, I'll look into a possible connection with the 1st Cavalry. Good hunting.
Sure, questions. Give.
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
Lifting off now.
Nothing like hitting orbit.
Switching over to standard engines.
This is Freestar Ranger Nia Kalu. If anyone is hearing us, systems failing. Need help. I repeat, need help.
Approaching ship. You've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. You're good to go. All clear to land at Hopetown.
All those ships around and none of them would answer her mayday. That didn't make any sense for it being up.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
All those Freestar ships around and none would help her out. You know, these big ships, they could have had some NPC crew members on them or something. 3 or 4.
Please tell me you're here to help. Not to try and steal my ship.
Well, it's a nice ship, but no, I'm not here to steal it.
Yeah, well, if you want to keep that badge, then don't get any ideas. This old
I'm
girl
an
and I have been
asshole.
through a lot together. I was tracking a crew of outlaws that's been preying on merchant ships. Bastards got the drop on me. I ran them off, but they got a few good hits in. As you can see, I ain't in much shape to make repairs.
Let's see if I can get you flying again.
Just patch her up enough to get to Hopetown. The rest can get fixed up there.
Money.
Thanks. I owe you one.
Not the most exciting work I can think of.
Yeah, I think this was either just not thought about or an oversight, but a ship this big should have a little bit of a crew. They could have been injured or something. This ship not be around a planet surrounded by Freestar Collective vehicles asking for a mayday. Asking for assistance.
Thanks. That should get me home.
Those outlaw ships will still need to be dealt with.
You're right. They were pretty beat up, so I don't think they got real far. But if they make it back to their hideout, I might never find them again. We can't let that happen.
Just tell me where they're headed and I'll handle it.
They look to be heading for Polvo's moon Miatha. Good hunting.
The heck?
Need a moment to walk that off?
God, I'm not stuck on the portal.
Clamps released. Air pressure stable. Thrusters are a go. Ready.
Too much. No, I wouldn't target the mission. We already go through this.
For contraband. All right, that's it. Welcome to.
Smugglers always like to use Hope-Tech ships to resemble legitimate transports. I wonder how the company feels about that.
Alright, so here we are at Hope-Tech.
I feel sick. All right, Adela. Deep breath. Oh, God. I'm just great. Grand, really. When I signed on to be a freight captain, I was expecting long hours and dull routes. And now I'm a hair away from being executed. Or worse.
Oh, what's wrong?
Where to start? So, I fly a rust bucket called the Markab for a small shipping line. Just started, really. We do bulk shipping, boring stuff like actuators and seed stock and minerals. Have you ever had a standard, boring job just blow up in your face?
Story of my life.
You get it then. So, I just got assigned to the Markab. The first shipment? Slag steel. Nothing special. As soon as I left Neon and got scanned, things got crazy. Spacers, Freestar security, the works. Everyone demanding I power down, hand over the contraband, or sometimes just firing first. I skipped the system, ditched the cargo, and have been running ever since.
Tell me how I figure into this.
I'm getting to that part. Sorry. A tracker just landed, and I just know he's hunting a bounty. Me. But the trick is, everyone knows the ship. But my info isn't in the database yet. All they got is my last name, Fahim. So if you go into the pit stop and claim you're Captain Fahim of the Markab, maybe you can deal with the tracker?
Why would I do that?
Listen, I just haul, well, garbage. But you, I mean, you're armed and look, well, awesome. I figure you could do a solid for the little guy, girl. Plus credits. I did mention the credits, right?
How do they only know your name?
The company is, well, a real train wreck. I'm amazed they even have my last name on file. For once, working for such a dump is a good thing.
How am I supposed to deal with the tracker?
I don't know. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but he may not give you any choice.
Tracker?
A member of the Trackers Alliance. You know, Bang Bang Dead or Alive bounty hunters?
Yep, I'm Captain Fahim then.
You are the best! This slate has everything they know about me. It's not much. He's the one with the cowboy hat. Just stay safe. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes. What?
Which?
Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't protect your own, you don't belong here.
We'd be dust, except for the factory.
Smugglers always like to use Hope Tech ships to resemble legitimate transports. I wonder how the company feels about that.
You made it. Those outlaws didn't give you too much trouble, I trust?
No trouble at all.
Good. I'm sure it didn't hurt that I softened him up for you. You've got good timing. A courier just came in from Aquila. The Marshal sends his regards along with a briefing on your case. I was surprised as hell to learn about the starship theft. Nobody said a word to me about it. Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free.
Meet.
His office is upstairs. He's in a meeting, but it should be wrapping up. Come on.
Just waiting on a credit check.
I'm guessing the Marshal
Bureaucracy,
already told
right?
you this, but I'll say it anyway. Ron Hope isn't just the founder and president of Hope Tech. He's on the Council of Governors. The Council oversees the three-star Rangers. He comes on a little strong. There's a lot to admire about the man. Everything you see around you, he built. Pretty much everyone in this town knows.
Off-worlders. Nothing good ever comes from them.
Now, McDougal. I'm sure you can do better than that. You just need to apply some good old-fashioned creativity. You know how I do this. By not spending...
Ridiculous how much faster the people are than you. Because then if you run, you're way ahead of them. I swear, I still believe that it's some kind of long-standing, stupid-ass tradition with game developers. It's in every freaking game. Every game. It's annoying. Extra game developers watching this, be the first to break this stupid ass tradition. It's been this way, gosh, as long as I can remember.
Splendid. It's a noble code, Three-Star Ranger. We certainly could use more of you. Let's get down to it, shall we? Time is money. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what an outrage it is to have a ship stolen right out of the factory. Justice must be done, and the sooner the better.
I found your stolen ship on Montera Luna.
That's good news. I'll send my people over to bring it home. Of course, that doesn't mean your work is done. I want the thief found and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of my position on the Council of Governors.
I'm aware of your position.
Then, I trust that you know what I expect of you. Now, tell me that you've at least got a lead of some kind.
course I do. A group of mercenaries hired a thief to steal your ship.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Sadly, there's no lack of mercenaries in the settled systems. I suppose the chance to cut costs by stealing a ship was too good to pass up. Well, I'm not sure I can be much help, but I'll answer whatever questions I can.
Why didn't anyone report the theft?
Because I told them not to. If word got out, it would do irreparable harm to our image. I'm in fierce competition with other starship manufacturers. Any sign of weakness could be fatal. What's more, every starship thief in the settled systems would likely flock to Hopetown and start planning the next heist.
Did anybody see the thief?
We questioned everyone who was in the building when it happened, and not one person seems to have seen anything at all. Frankly, I think that's both highly unlikely and more than a little suspicious. However, I can't deny there are times when the hangar is empty, so it's not inconceivable the thief could have slipped in unseen.
Was there anything unique about the stolen ship?
No, nothing at all. It was just a standard HopeTech cargo hauler. Not that it didn't have great value, mind you. HopeTech builds some of the most durable and reliable starships in the settled systems. Now, you can bet my ships last twice as long as anything Stroud Eklund makes.
The thief had inside help. Know anything about that?
What? Nonsense! We vet our people thoroughly here. HopeTech holds its employees to the very highest standards. Nevertheless, I suppose I could have Cosette conduct a thorough personnel review. Rest assured, if we turn up any evidence that one of our people was an accomplice, I'll let you know.
I think we're done here.
Very well. I need you to understand something, Deputy. This town is home to men, women, and children who depend on HopeTech for a living. I provide jobs that put food on their tables and a roof over their heads. It's a responsibility that I take very seriously. If word gets out about the stolen ship, my investors will lose trust, and my workers will pay the price. I can't allow that.
If more people know about the theft, your chances of learning something useful will improve. Someone might have seen the thief and could identify them.
I considered that, but in the end, I deemed it too great a risk. I've chosen to place my faith in the Freestar Rangers instead.
I understand your position.
I hope so.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Hope, but there's been a development.
Not now, Cosette. I'm in the middle of something.
But sir, we have new information. I've just received a report that the stolen ship was seen landing at Neon just after the theft.
A breakthrough at last. Well, Deputy, it sounds like you'll be heading to Neon, which means I can get back to work. Remember what we discussed. My people are depending on you.
Hey, can I get a word?
I changed the order. One time after construction begins, and I get all this badgering. Yes, I'm sure.
Just keep it holstered. We'll get along fine.
That wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Still, at least you know where to pick up the trail.
Enough to go on.
Let's hope. So, guess you're headed for Neon. There's a ranger stationed there. Name's Jalen Price. He's a little different than the rest of us. But Neon's a different kind of place.
And Price. Got it.
He should be able to help you out. Well, we've both got work to do. It was good to meet you, Deputy. Thanks again for helping me out up there.
Keep your eyes and ears open. I'm not sure we got the whole story here.
Yeah, the question of who helped the Starship thief is still an open one. Don't you worry. I'll keep an ear to the ground. You be careful in Neon.
Alright, we're off to Neon.